Hey everyone, and welcome to another Golden Age Stories stream. We are playing Mage the Ascension Technogate here today as normal for our Monday afternoon stream. I'm your GM, Frozen Fallout, otherwise known as Josh. We have Mike playing Tycho Vance, a good friend of mine who does podcasting with me as well as worked on some Gen Con events with me. How you doing, Mike?
As well as can be expected. I am in Kansas City.
Oh, that's interesting. Doing work there?
Yeah. Basically drove all day.
Oh, cool. Well, not cool, but tiring probably. um, and then we have Amber, who is playing Phaedra Bennett. And she's worked with me on some Gen Con events as well as a really good friend of mine. How you doing, Amber?
Doing pretty good.
Anything exciting happening for you over the weekend?
Hell no. Same old, she's kind of the same.
And then we have Josh, who is playing Malachi. Good friend of mine who has played a bunch of games with me and is new to streaming over the internet with us. How you doing, Josh?
Pretty good. Still getting ready for Christmas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that that's like right around the corner all of a sudden. It does not feel that way.
Yeah. Sure is.
Well, I'm not. I'm not going home for Christmas. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
No, I'm not either, but that doesn't mean I don't have things I have to get ready for.
Right. So, where we last left off with the group, they had basically done a large scheme to get a hold of vampire blood in order to help them infiltrate a vampire cult in Madison here. That links back to some of the stuff that they were doing with Muddin. But after having caused a accident in Madison to one of the prominent CEOs of well, not necessarily prominent CEO of Pentex, but a CEO of Pentex. An investigation is being launched into this act of aggression against the Pentex organization, although it seems to be coming from there seems to be some kind of outside investigator that's coming in. You guys still haven't done any investigation into that, but what you've kind of decided to do is kind of just go back to normal. You know, go back to your job, act like nothing ever happened, and kind of hold off on the attack on the vampires. So you guys have just kind of going back to Technogate and resuming your job after your Thanksgiving endeavor. So you get your normal Monday morning mission report, and you have a message stating that Technogate has recently uncovered a new access point into Pangaea, and it's been a long time since any technocrats or void engineers have explored Pangaea. There is extremely limited information that they have on Pangaea, and they would like for your team to go and do a surveillance mission, try and figure out what the rules of the realms are, how dangerous it is, different stuff like that. There will be a specific access point that you can get back to, or that you can use to activate a portal that'll get you back to Technogate when you're done.
I've heard that before.
Right?
I was wondering if we had a way that we could like test it quick before we actually left, just to know what kind of we're getting into shit or not.
We need Moxie to just build us a teleporter to her place.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be nice.
that's something that you might be able to convince her to do that. Hey, just in case we ever get screwed completely over by the Technogate command, we just have a button that gets us back to your place? Although, if you get Spirit 3, you'll be able to rip a hole in the, fabric of space and do that yourself, so.
Really?
Good old dimensional science.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, I suppose we should do some research on Pangaea.
Can we breathe air there?
Yes.
Is there oxygen on Pangaea?
So Pangaea is, to
I don't
give
know
you kind
anything
of
about Pangaea.
the base overview of what kind of information that they have on this, is that Pangaea is a realm that kind of mimics the land before time, basically. Um, and so this is like the savage lands. There are humanoids that do live here: saber-toothed tigers, dinosaurs, giant volcanoes, other kind of monstrous creatures, and it is a mirror image of Earth before the land masses moved away from each other. So this is the land of Pangaea, where all continents have combined together.
I'm so excited.
So let's see here.
And they're sending us there to do what? Just gather general information?
Basically, yeah, just doing a surveillance of the Pangaea, see if there's anything, that's going on there. Scout out basically, your standard surveillance mission of finding out what the rules of the realms are, maybe talking with inhabitants, you know, trying to figure out what this realm really is, and what its, powers are, or what its, rules are, basically. And if it's, something that needs to be shut off, this, you guys don't make the analysis, of course, but, command control eventually, makes the decision of whether or not that's a realm that needs to be quarantined or something that can be used. The one thing that there isn't a lot of information that that the Technogate command or that you guys have access to. It's possible that there's other information out there in the universe that you guys don't have access to just through Technogate command about this, of course. But what Technogate command kind of knows, and what the Technocracy kind of knows of this land, is that the main thing that they've kind of derived from this area is that technology is not very useful here. It's very likely to cause paradox and does not fit with the rules of the realm at all. So there's been very little expeditions that have gone out there.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, like,
But do
I don't
guns
think my
work?
my laser gun isn't going to work, and regular guns might not work.
That will properly blow my mind.
This is the best and also planet to get stuck on. Well, at least for me.
Give me all the biosamples. I don't need to go home.
Are there you said there's dinosaurs, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I'm in bliss, but also like technology that might work, so I'm not in bliss.
Yeah, there
Uh,
seems to
gonna-
be a lot of like it seems like there hasn't been an expedition there in many years. And there's a lot of conflicting reports on it. So you guys are kind of doing a um, you know, there's some that say that guns would work. Some that say that is completely something that cannot be used in this realm. There's a lot of confliction onto what exactly this realm really, what the rules really are. So a lot of what you're expected of is to figure out what the rules really are and
okay.
what what's going on in this realm. Is there a spirit that rules it? Stuff like that.
Hey, Tycho, you got some katanas, don't you?
Did we grab some katanas from that robot? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
If I do, I didn't write it down.
You guys should have at least one katana.
Yeah, because remember, it was in your body.
It was
You
in
took
the
one.
body.
I'm just if guns don't work, I would like to have a backup that generally, if it's a piece of metal, you can just it's not super technological to swing it around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go requisition like a bow and arrow and maybe a blow dart. Is that?
Oh, I should
do
also
we-
mention that they believe this is Pangaea. They do not know for certain. That's
What
the
the
other.
fuck?
That's the other reason why they're sending you guys to investigate further, because they basically sent like a robot, Melp whatever, to go figure out what the hell's what's on the other side, and it just broke down immediately. And they were like,
What the
okay,
hell?
time to send
Do
humans.
they hate us that much?
And I was gonna ask the same thing.
Like they just said, you know what? The last 5 times didn't work. Fuck it. This one's mysterious. Something's got to kill him here.
Their shit shouldn't work, and there should be dinosaurs there. I'm sure it'll resolve itself.
Give me. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go to the fire range and practice with a bow and arrow and a blow dart. Cause
So
guns
from
might not work.
from my understanding, those would be athletics rolls.
I would like to.
Strength and
practice-
athletics.
I would like to practice with short spears.
All right. So yeah, it would be Dex and Athletics. You can make a couple of rolls, see how you do on shooting a target, difficulty 6, and then you can do some rolls for melee and Dex, and just kind of.
Could I argue
Practice for-
strength in athletics because it takes a bunch of strength to pull a bow?
It depends on the bow that you have. Truthfully, like compound bows are the ones that are the more crazy on the. You need a lot of strength, but you only need strength. Not you don't need to roll strength. You just need strength for them. Athletics is where you're gonna. Dexterity is your ability to aim. Your damage will be strength based though, for sure.
Okay.
While they are doing their practicing, I am going to. Well, I guess first question: environmental suits, guys. Yay, nay.
Oh yeah, we don't know what's over there.
All right,
We,
I'll start
we should
loading
actually
up.
plan for multiple eventualities. I'm kind of wondering if, even if we bring textiles in, like woven fabric, that might be too technological. So you might want to find some animal hide based outfits for us.
I'm sure they have those in Technogate. the
But we're gonna
storeroom.
still pack all our normal shit just in case
Oh,
to test
yeah.
it over. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go to the museum and do some research on what is acceptable during that era. Cause like even if you go with just straight up animal hide, it's up about like the technique of tanning it too. That might be too advanced.
Even very early on, in nomadic cultures, they used furs. They maybe just didn't last as long, as far as I know.
I'm still going to go in an environmental suit. And if it doesn't work, I'll just take the helmet off.
Yeah. Well,
So
pack the leathers too.
Yeah. If
I can
that
put some blankets in there.
implodes and then we are fucked and we have to wear the leather, but then
Well, worst
my
case,
problem-
it's a very short trip due to the fact that we get there, none of our shit fucking works, and we have to immediately come back.
are you guys
Because-
up and up on all of your vaccinations?
By code,
Like, I would say we should make sure we have all of them. We don't know what type of airborne things they have there.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted the helmet for filtered air, at least long enough for us to test if there is something floating around, spores or whatever.
It's gonna
Why that
pack
would
a
be a
bunch
problem.
of shit.
Yeah, a couple of cases worth of stuff. Leave the grenades. Still gonna bring the guns.
Could I don't even know what type of vaccines to take.
Against stuff that we've never seen before.
Exactly.
Possibly.
Like, okay, you have your measles. Like, oh, I'm just gonna ask you, what is your family history, and what vaccinations have you taken recently, or have had in the past?
Maybe you could just like strengthen our immune system just in general. As such, we might have a better chance on the roll against something that might be bad. I don't know if that's a better way to come at it.
Yeah, just increase the white cell count.
Yeah, but not like.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that though.
Ugh.
You have
Because the
vampire
problem
blood.
is, yeah, but I don't want to waste it. And also, I'm not sure if we could keep popping it and how long that's going to last.
And also, we'd have to smuggle it through the gate.
Well, I was
No,
thinking not
you
the
just
vampire
inject it
blood
now.
itself. I was thinking more along the lines of using it to study the concepts of its enhanced immune system.
Oh
and
yeah,
resistance.
you're right. Give me a second.
Are you gonna run home? Like, did you bring it to Technogate this morning?
You know I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
Well,
I mean,
I've always assumed when we get a mission, it's kind of like we decide the parameters and we decide when to go. So we're not necessarily like leaving today.
Yeah, you guys do
Yeah,
have, usually you have like a week that, give or take,
Yep. Give me a bit. I'm gonna go back home and work on antibodies. Okay, what role should I use to do that?
Also remember, you do have the ability to, like, do your own MELP. I guess you'd want to make it less sophisticated if you wanted to send it over, stuff like that. But you can send things through besides yourself, as well. But once again, that didn't seem to work out for Technogate when they tried it, so that's why they're
Well,
sending.
they were trying to do technology. What if I use an organism?
Right. See, these are
Animal testing.
Yeah, like a monkey.
Yeah. So, if you want to do studying though on enhancing your immune system using the vampire blood as a basis of the concept, go ahead and do a medicine plus intelligence difficulty of 8. Gesundheit.
Okay,
Oh.
I didn't completely fail, right?
You got one
But,
success that you rolled and 3 ones, so you did not botch, you just failed. So you can for the day, basically, I'm going to say that you can try again at difficulty 9, or you're going to have to give it a break for a day.
Did we get willpower back, by the way?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's been
everybody can get 1 willpower back because you only get 1 day of rest since the
okay. I'm
event.
gonna try it again with a willpower. What's with my rolls?
Oh.
So yeah, you didn't need that
Got
willpower, but one. Yeah.
6. I got 6 successes.
Wow. So yeah, you have a very good understanding of how this blood interacts with the immune system, and you can try and replicate some of those. Go ahead and make an Arete difficulty of 3 roll.
Two successes.
All right. So I'll let you get 2 doses of enhanced immune system. Go ahead and roll again if you want to try and get that 3rd one. So all 3 of you. And I also.
Four successes.
So Robert Kell is also out. He's got personal matters that he's taking care of elsewhere, so he is off base for the week. All right, so you have enough to basically. I'm going to say that you have enough here to enough successes to be 100% that you think that you'll be able to. Basically create a an antibody enhancer that should survive, most, if not all, diseases that'll come from this land, unless it's something that's magically enhanced. And this will even give you probably some protection against some magical diseases as well. So you guys have like a disease protection that you can consider yourself to have. I'll say that it lasts 1 vial per day, and you have that's you have 6 vials.
Hell yeah.
Is that 1 vial per person per day, or
Yep,
1 vial for all 3 of us?
1 vial per person per day.
Okay, so we have 2 days.
How long do you think we're gonna be there? Should I roll some more or no?
I think we'll be fine with that.
Okay.
So one of my rolls much higher up. I got 1 success on training with spears or javelins.
Oh yeah, I had 3 successes on the bow and arrow.
Okay. If you guys want, you can make you can add stuff to that. I would say if it's low enough, like if it's not up to 3. At 3, you'll need to spend about a week doing some training.
Yeah, I guess that would be melee for me.
Melee would be for you. Yep.
What's the first dot cost?
First dot is 3 experience points.
All right, I can afford that. I'll just say that I've been training on and off for years anyway.
How do you feel
Yeah,
about
melee is
martial
pretty
arts?
simple.
I don't
with
have
that?
experience points. I really need points in melee, but I'm
Did I
broke.
give experience out to everybody at the end of last game? I think Amber left before I gave out experience.
I did not get experience.
Get 4 experience, so.
Hey, can I blow those points to get some melee?
Yeah, if you want, you want to train with Mike a little bit too then?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Will you allow me to use the katana with martial arts?
Do you have anything in melee?
I do not.
How much do you have in martial arts?
2.
I'm gonna have to say no, unfortunately. It's not. Martial arts is more. I mean, I could see how you could look at it that way, but the mechanics don't really. I don't know. What do you
Oh,
guys
that's fine.
think?
It's no, martial arts was meant to represent hand-to-hand combat training in the military. So probably at most would maybe involve your combat knife.
Right.
Um,
Yep.
it was a stretch to try to get the larger weapon with it.
Yeah, I can't justify that, unfortunately.
Here's to hoping that the guns work. Oh, I was thinking about getting requisitioning a revolver. They're a little bit simpler, and it might not like the P90, but it might be okay with a revolver.
Ooh, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Okay. Uh, I also
Oh,
want to test out a blow dart with different chemicals. Uh, make sure I get my aim good. Because I'm not sure if my trank gun will fucking work either.
Right.
or a syringe for that matter.
Well, I mean, does that count?
Yeah, that's the real question. There were some reports that said that
Plastic.
it,
Yeah.
it might go all the way down to that level, and it might not be that bad. So
Because, like, it's
what
not
do you?
like it's circuits or anything. Like, what basically makes up a syringe is a tiny piece of metal and plastic. If plastic is okay,
Now there might be more. Uh, there might be different materials that you could use for a syringe that might work just as well. But then again, yeah, I don't
okay.
know.
Also, we need to test out some things. Can I go to the progenitor department and requisition a monkey that knows sign language?
Uh, sure. That shouldn't be too hard. Sounds
Yeah.
Get
like
the one
something the
that's
progenitors would have.
get the one that speaks languages.
Now that's asking for too much. Because, like, if the monkey dies, I don't want to have to like
Yeah, that's true.
explain to them what I used it for. Sign language is good enough. Wait, do I know sign language?
No, you do not. Unless you have languages, or it's made it a merit, I think, actually, in some of this now. Because I don't think there's even a language thing on your character sheets anymore, is there?
That's what I was wondering.
We'll also need a
Because it's a
translator.
feat now, or it's like a.
Could I ask? Could I do a roll for intelligence academics to see if maybe I know it? Or I could just ask some asshole from the department to come with me.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you. For languages, we'll do. You have to have multiple years of training in order to be fluent in it. Um, but you can kind of say that you've been taking classes for had high school classes, stuff like that, in order to reinforce it. But I'll let you do one experience point um, per language that you want to learn.
Okay. All right. Well, I got sign language then. Level 1. Okay. Now, do I shove a pill into this monkey before I boot it into wherever it's going?
Send him natural.
Yeah, just stick a rope on him so we can yank him back in a few minutes.
Do the gates work that way?
I don't know.
No, the gate
Put
technically shuts down, so you.
put a
I mean,
vest with really nice Kevlar on him, a syringe, a pistol, and something else to make sure.
Now,
And
does
then
anybody
take
have
it.
animal handling?
I don't think that's a
Thing?
thing.
Oh, is that not a thing on your character sheets either? Because
That's a D&D skill.
no, that's there is for werewolf, or sorry, vampire and werewolf, I think.
Yeah, but it's not on here.
Yep. Let's see. Oh,
I'd be
empathy, I
surprised
guess,
if-
is the one that you're going to be using for this one then. I
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't
go
think
AFK for just a little bit here. I'll be right back.
God damn it! Why do I not have empathy?
I could. If I was doing it, I might make an argument for survival, but it kind of depends on the.
I mean, well, I could talk to the damn thing through sign language.
Yeah, I guess
I can
empathy would be
assist.
trying to understand what it's feeling and what it wants.
Yeah, if I can just talk to it, I could just use subterfuge.
I don't know if you'll be able to lie to a monkey. Maybe. I mean, obviously, but like, it also is not going to care about certain things that people would. But it also is going to overvalue other things like food. over money.
Yeah, give him
You know,
food.
I'm not one to generally disagree with the GM, but if you're going to requisition a monkey, like do stuff, I feel like there would be a handler, right?
There would be.
I think we should just argue for a handler.
I don't want to have to take care of a handler, though. What if it's hostile? That's just another person.
We're not going with the monkey.
Is
We're
the
just-
handler another monkey in your mind?
We're just shoving this monkey off into a place,
Yeah.
waiting 5 minutes and bringing it back and asking it, "How do you feel?" Also, did the vest we put on you explode?
Oh, I thought we were going to add a new character to the team in the form of a sign languaging monkey.
No, I'm eventually if I get dinosaur DNA, I'm gonna make a very intelligent raptor. I want a raptor.
It might scare some people. Maybe
I would
not.
like a pterodactyl, but like it's got a lot of needs and probably really big. So
We can call him Professor Slashy.
yeah. Or Bojangles. I like Bojangles.
There's so many things that you can name a hyper intelligent raptor, and it would be funny.
I was partial to Bitey, but
And then eventually I'm gonna ask one of you guys who are more tech savvy to make it a voice box so it could talk too.
I think that's going to have to be Robert with his mind.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna make it intelligent, so like it'd be a lot easier.
Oh, mind for the voice box to connect.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I suppose there's a bunch of ways you could do it. You could have him, if he's smart enough, he could like type on a keyboard and have it say the words. Or you can have the device like implant into his brain, into the language center of his brain, and read it as he's thinking and have it talk.
Yep. That's probably more like it.
I feel like that's where it's going to end up at.
I mean, I just assumed it could talk.
How does an animal talk when it doesn't have like the function of like a human tongue and vocal cords?
I mean,
Be smart, Tycho.
That's where you're going to draw this line?
Yes. It's
We
got to be scientific.
We started at hyper intelligent raptor.
Yeah. You have a smart ass dog that doesn't make it allowed to speak. How's a dog gonna say the word
Yeah. Okay. I mean, point taken. I'm just saying, we're already like we're already at Raptor.
Yeah.
Doesn't
You
even
gotta use science, Tycho.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose now that you put it out there, no, you need a human mouth to talk, so you'd have to come up with a different way.
Yeah. We're going to a planet that has possibly dinosaurs. At least it's plausible.
Creepy. I'm just imagining, like, because you're a progenitor, you just like graft a human mouth onto its like the side of its neck.
That's not cute.
No, it's not.
I
you
like
would want
cute
you would
things.
want you would want
Tycho.
one on each side though. One on each side.
Ew.
I'm mainly
Ew.
concerned about big dinosaurs. And
My problem is I don't know the toughness of their hide. So I'm not sure if any of our things will work. Even if you could bring a gun, can you shoot a dinosaur?
well, you can shoot it for sure. I mean, whether or not it does something is a whole.
Could you kill a
Yeah.
T-Rex with a pistol?
With enough rounds, I think you could. And my pistol, I could. I have aggravated rounds already built for it.
But here's my problem.
It would still take probably
How
a bit.
thick is the skin? And could a bullet penetrate it, regardless of how fast it is? Is it heavy enough to get through scales? Is it better to just say fuck it and run?
I don't know. I always felt like dinosaurs were a lot like, didn't they evolve into birds? That's like the idea. So they probably have feathers and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean that they're weak. There are dinosaurs that will be very docile. They just won't give a shit about us because they'll look at us and be like, "You can't even possibly hurt me. I'm going to go eat my grass."
Right. And again,
other
we don't
ones-
know what period we are in. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Pangaea, but are we in
This
the
could be
Cretaceous period? Are we in Jurassic?
It could be super early because wasn't Pangaea super early?
How long did it
It's
take
probably-
for them to get feathers?
Probably just all of the periods,
That would be my guess.
right? Because it's
Because
not
that's the way it works. Yeah.
it's not an era. It's an idea.
God. That sucks.
Maybe we'll find.
We're not
I
going to
want
a
that
place.
one.
We're
I
going
don't
to the
remember.
idea of a place.
Yes. I don't remember the name of the dinosaur, but I want that one that was from Jurassic Park that killed that fat dude in the first one. Like the one.
the spitty one.
Yeah, I want the spitty one.
Dilosaur?
Yes.
I think it was
Isn't
the
that it's
Dilo.
fucking cute?
Yeah, until it got angry. Well, until it did its display.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh.
Like I want a cute little chibi intelligent one that could help us in fights.
If it gets angry at you, it's gonna spit in your face and it's gonna like thick gunk that's hard to get off.
Eh,
I don't know if it burns.
I
I
know,
don't know
but
if we
it's like
could know if it would burn. You could make it burn.
it was probably acid. Yeah, I'd want acid.
Well, I was thinking pepper spray of the,
Ooh,
basically.
actually, I can make it where it shoots out gas that puts people to sleep. I can have my own animal tranquilizer gun. Hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean, you won't be ever allowed back on Earth again, but you could.
Who says?
This is like the first step on the long journey to making laser cats.
I was going to ask if you guys think that maybe they're actually technologically developed now, because maybe time flows differently there, and they have like T-Rexes running around with like laser eyepieces.
I am
Super
back,
induced.
and I love that idea. Now it's gonna happen.
Send me to a place that has infinite possibilities. I'm hella excited. Okay, so we want to test out whether or not materials are okay, like clothing. We'll send a gun on the vest and a bunch of other shit, and then send them through the portal, right?
Yeah. Oh, and Josh, can we say that the monkey has a handler, like that knows how to speak to it? Give it
I mean,
directions?
somebody had to teach this fucking monkey how to do sign language, so it's gotta happen.
Yeah, we'll give you a handler.
Okay, so we got clothing, gun, syringe,
A
and
cell phone.
the monkey. Oh yeah, cell phone. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Let's
So
take a look.
we requisition some gate time and get that handler to tell the monkey you're gonna be there.
Actually, let's do this more scientific. Send only one article at a time. Start with just the best. Send them through for 5 minutes, bring them back. Then add the phone. Send them through. Because if he explodes, it's hard to test what did it.
Oh, actually, along those lines, we should send along a video recording device.
No, because that's not going to work. Remember that thing?
It would immediately
That's
fail.
what
Well,
they tried the first time.
no, you go with the oldest technology we can find, right? Same with audio recording.
Too many variables.
We need to get a
Send him
monkey that can
one
draw.
thing at a time. Because if whatever it does explodes it, we won't know what did.
Well,
It could be your recording that explodes the monkey. I don't want.
oh yeah, because technology might explode.
Yeah.
Can we? Let's see. Maybe we don't need to strap the gun to the monkey. Maybe we can just throw the gun in first.
Let's not arm
Wrap
the
a piece of
the
string
arm
around it and just toss it.
Well, apparently we can't pull things back. Isn't that
That's
right?
what the whole monkey was for.
Well, he has to choose to come back.
Does he
Oh,
know
you're
how to come back?
Wait, I feel like I got confused here.
I'm hella confused.
I'm saying we open the portal,
GM,
we throw the stuff in, right? And then the monkey goes and picks it all up. So that if the stuff explodes because it's technological,
okay,
then
yeah, no, that makes sense.
he wouldn't be there. But then he can go pick up the things. And then
Oh, yeah. So just tell him, walk in this, pick up those things, come right back.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then, like Malachi suggested, we see if the monkey can draw pictures or something.
This is also good to test our return button device.
I mean, there
to make
wouldn't
sure
be
that
really
actually
much
works.
for him to draw. He's just going in, grabbing the shit, and coming back.
Well,
He could just be in a forest and all he see are trees. We have trees here.
well, yeah. But what if he draws a T-Rex?
I think he'd be dead.
But what if he does? Whatever. Can we just do the thing now? GM? Did Josh have to leave again?
I think.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. I was on mute. I thought I wasn't on mute. I actually had said a couple of things. I was wondering why somebody wasn't responding. Anyways, yes. So yeah, I'm waiting on you guys. So yeah, totally sounds like you guys are ready to do this experiment. Since the handler's pretty much doing everything for you, you guys throw the technological devices in, and the monkey goes in. Comes back with all the technological devices. None of them exploded. Doesn't look like any of them But the one thing that you did notice is like the cell phone came back without any charge. And the everything else though seemed to, anything that had like an electrical charge seemed to not work there. But in fact,
Okay.
actually, it's interesting. I'm reading through the Pangaea thing, and I don't see anything specific that says this, but I'm gonna be taking some liberties. Plus, you guys might not be in Pangaea, so you never know. Maybe you're in a different realm.
Can we go to the gun range real quick and fire the gun?
Yeah, gunfire is fine.
Okay. So we should all have revolvers then. The Kevlar, did that survive?
Kevlar survived. Yep.
Okay. Well, I still want to pack the leathers.
Yep, just in case we run into humanoids. Try to blend in. No, we just shoot. Fuck it.
Yeah. What are we trying to like uphold the Prime Directive here? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, we don't care about fucking up their timeline. We're aliens at this point.
Yeah.
To them.
No, they're aliens.
Yeah.
Helmet or no helmet?
I'm gonna check over the monkey. Check his vitals. Make sure he's still good. Take a blood sample. See if he's infected with anything.
Are you using magic to or
Yeah.
advanced science? Yeah, go ahead and do a medicine plus intelligence check. All right, do a Arate roll, difficulty of 3. Do you have Prime?
Check. No.
Okay. Go ahead and just do normal Arate roll. All right. Yeah, it's come back. Seems to be fine. Doesn't have any like airborne, pathogens or anything that would be messing with you, and he didn't seem to get infected by anything.
Okay.
I suit up.
What's our normal outfit made of?
What do you mean by normal outfit? The suits, or?
Yeah, didn't we have suits?
Well, once again, you don't keep those items that you get. You requisition them. So you do not get to keep those on your character sheet or anything like that. So yes, you can go try and requisition some more stuff. In order to do that, I'll need a requisition roll if you want spacesuits.
Yeah, we probably don't need spacesuits, just some body armor.
I'll give you regular body armor.
Okay.
Do we want the shields? Oh, they would never work there. What am I saying? Yeah, just I got a set of body armor that would be fine.
Okay. I passed Tycho and Malachi some antibody pills, and then I start my timer as soon as they pop them. This will help with for over there.
Thank you. And
Yep.
I check my weapons and prepare to go through the gate. Ooh, it's always exciting.
Can we all have revolvers?
Yep, that's fine.
Still taking crossbow and my blow dart. I like it now.
And I have 5 of those short spears. Should I find a shield? I feel like I should have a shield.
For what? Like
To look cool?
For the laser
Okay.
raptors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the basement and look for a shield.
how many arrows do I get?
I'll say you find a shield.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like wood, but like I don't know. It's
The one I had in
trying to
mind
think
is you
of-
got like a metal like medieval shield that was used by the Order of Reason.
yeah, as long as it's not too heavy, that would be cool.
It's light.
How big is it?
I'm just going to picture Captain America's shield
Yeah, like that.
because it's real easy to picture. You have a different symbol on it, star and red and blue and whatever.
Yeah, it's not round. It's more like a pointed
It's just a,
triangle. But
it's just a fucking swastika.
oh no.
No, it's not a swastika.
kite shield is the kind that is pointed at the bottom. I believe shields are. You can get very specific with them.
Let's just go Captain America shield
Okay.
with
Not even
cam-
sure what. Like, is that just a round? Is that all? It might just be a round shield, but he doesn't hold it like a hold. You don't hold it because round shields normally hold it in the center. I thought. I don't know.
No, it's forearm. There's a strap and a handle.
Yeah, don't you remember Captain America strapping himself into the...
Oh, you know, I just don't think that's.
You don't think that's real?
I don't think I know that's. I know I'm going to be wrong if I say that it isn't, but I feel like I don't know. I have a passing interest in shields, and I know that the differences between them are even into how they're wielded determines what type of shield it is. It'll work.
Well,
you have an awesome shield now.
I've got a Captain America style shield. It's very simple.
Yep.
We're all wearing our standard body armor. I have a revolver and 5 short spears. And I'm leaving my laser gun.
Oh shit!
Do you guys all have face paint on?
What?
No, I don't want to be offensive. We'll see
no
what
appropriation, please.
Yeah, we'll see what they're doing once we get there, and then maybe if we see people, we'll figure out. We'll watch them from a distance and figure it out. Like we'll play it slow.
Yeah.
Let's get there and make sure the place can keep us alive.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe some scent camouflage would be good. Like hunting, but we'll have to wait till we get over there for me to make some serum. I'm gonna bring a simple science kit. Like a beaker and all that stuff.
Okay, yep. Little portable lab.
Yeah, we need a portable lab.
Okay.
I also, it's not going to matter at all, but I'm bringing clipboards and paper and pencils, just in case. We got to take notes somehow. So.
I always carry up my notes. That's how I operate.
I could. Yeah, that's something that you were covering.
Yeah, I'll do binoculars, fire starting kit, and shit. What did I use for spirit? An abacus. Wait, no.
How's it?
What's the one where you point it at a star and then you use it to figure out where you are on the sea?
A sextant?
Yes. I bring a sextant.
I'm sure we'll recognize the stars when we're there.
It's more of a focus for dimensional science.
Oh, nice.
Just wondering, I'm going to definitely allow you to use these tools, but are they familiar tools to you? Be honest.
I mean, the science kit is.
Because if any of them are unfamiliar tools to your character, it is +1 difficulty to use them.
That's fine. Yeah, unfamiliar.
Unless you're rocking around. As far as I've heard, I haven't heard you pull out a sextant yet, so... Going off the fact that you didn't even know what the word was for that instrument.
No, that's fine. But I also have binoculars, so...
I mean, you can Google how to use it real quick if you want to.
Tycho knows how to use it. He used it on his adventure with werewolves, but not very much.
I don't like clipboards, but I feel comfortable using them.
I'm also going to bring my Band-Aids. I'm going to just couple that with my portable lab. It's also a health kit.
Oh yeah, and one of the reasons why you guys were chosen is that you guys are not extremely technological, like in the sense of you're not always like using advanced technology. Especially Phaedra was seen as somebody that might be good to be able to do stuff still in this realm and stuff like that. Like, 'cause a lot of the other people in this building would not be able to want to even walk into that realm. So it's not a death mission per se. Maybe it is,
Oh, yeah.
but it does
No,
make
no.
logical sense that you guys go.
Don't try to sweeten us up with excuses. We know what this is.
Well, another half of that is we're not enhanced. None of us has any mechanical or electronic parts.
Yep.
Yeah, that helps as well.
Anyway,
Yeah, I never understood that whole mechanical thing. Why can't people just modify themselves with biology?
So
So anyway, armed with his trusty sextant, Tycho walks through the gate.
all right, so you guys end up on the other side, and before you see a giant monster that's going to eat you. No. See a beautiful waterfall, giant trees. The air is thick and very filled with moisture. The humidity is insane here right now. The the sky and air, but it has this like clean feel to it that you've never really even experienced in some of the most remote wildernesses in the world. Just it feels like there's just no. Well, actually, I mean, I guess there would be quite a bit of sulfur still in the air and stuff like that because of the volcano activity in this area. So I guess it still does have like a little bit of sulfurish kind of, you know. Anyways, you guys come out. None of your items, go haywire on you or anything. Nobody's wearing anything that's like you're not wearing any environmental suits or anything that's using magic to protect you at this time. Besides Phaedra's vampire blood serum. Um, just to let you know also too, when you guys did take that, I'm not giving you a point of resonance for this yet. But if you continue to take items that are derived directly from vampire blood, you might start developing your resonance or death resonance, because it's still a lot of her research is now understanding how to use death in order to enhance life when you're using vampire blood. So just a little cautionary thing
Well,
there,
that's
but you guys are
Why
fine
you gotta
right
throw a morbid wrench into my ideas?
Because it's vampire blood. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's not a wrench. It's a fact. uh, all right. Let's see here. So you guys come out. You got this beautiful setting around you. You see some, or actually make a perception plus alertness check. You can also make a awareness check on top of that as well if you want to kind of. Yeah, do both though. Perception alertness, perception awareness. And then also, everybody gets 1 point of quiescence, a temporary point of quiescence when you entered this realm.
That was my perception alertness.
I rolled 5 and 5.
Tycho's
Or
like, that's a
alertness
beautiful
alertness.
waterfall.
So yeah, 2 and 1.
Okay, so it's really Malachi who's been seeing and feeling everything that's kind of going on here. Since you got fives, I'm just going to go with what he's seeing. There's nothing of immediate threat to you guys. In fact, actually, Malachi, one of the things that you're kind of noticing is there are a ton of animals around you. In fact, as you're kind of looking around, you see like these squid-like creatures kind of walking around
Above, out of the water.
above the ground. Yep, and they kind of look over at you and just kind of walk away. They don't even pay attention to you. And you see something that's also interesting is you see stuff like predators hanging out around prey, and they're not doing anything. They're not reacting to each other. They're not cuddling with each other, but they're just there seems to be a level, and you kind of feel it too, is this like level of calm across the land. Up in the sky, you can see a half moon. I believe the moon is closer at this point, isn't it? Or is it farther away? If you go back in
Closer.
time, yeah, it's closer. So it's a big, giant half moon in the sky, bigger than you've ever seen. Yeah, everything seems to kind of have this calm kind of feeling about it, and see long neck kind of like walk into the water, drink it, and a group of raptors like surround it and just start drinking water.
And the raptors don't take any notice of us?
Nope, raptors don't take any notice of you. Neither does none of the animals seem to care about you.
All right. Before we go exploring, how do we get back? What's the idea? Is there a button or?
There's a button and a location, so you can't just if you hit the button, it'll just open up the portal basically where you guys came out. So if you're not there, not gonna really help you much. But yeah, you've got basically a little button that's on you.
Okay.
You gotta tag this place somehow.
What's that?
So we have to tag this place.
Oh, yeah. Guess. I mean, I don't think we're going to be moving too far away from it. Shit, we should have brought a compass. A compass?
Doubtful. Well, I don't even know.
You guys,
let's do
you guys can have a compass. That's easy. And yeah, there's a north pole that it's Earth technically, mirror image.
Okay. I would say
Oh, is it daytime?
It is daytime.
Can we see the moon?
Yeah. Yep. It's not in line with the sun or in the back. It's like one of those daytime half moons.
Okay.
That's possible, isn't it? I swear I've seen that in my lifetime.
Yeah, the moon is out in the daytime all the time.
Okay, just making sure.
having a moment.
Just checking what reality I'm in. Sometimes I hop into really weird ones, and all of a sudden people are like, "Yeah, the moon never comes out during the day, you dumbass." Or I'm just an idiot most of the time, so But
Okay. So we got a compass. Malachi, you want to start mapping this place out? I guess. Make
What
a
would I
chart.
use? What would I use to do that? What would I? Yeah.
Piece of paper.
I've never hit the map area before.
Pioneer.
I mean the roll.
a role for that, I would say probably academics.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay, good, because I cannot. I'll keep an eye out for you though.
I do have a dot survival.
Survival would be another one I would definitely allow for map making of not necessarily like she's going to be making more of a academic map. You would be making more of a survivalers like understanding of the land map.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything. Oh no, I failed. I didn't botch. Right?
Correct. Yep, you did. You got at least one success. So and enough failures to fail, but or enough ones to make that a failure, but not since you at least got one in the roll, you're good.
Okay. Can I try it again at the difficulty 7?
Yes.
Okay. Well, while she's doing that, I'm gonna ask Malachi for some paper and a writing implement, and then I am going to take out my binoculars, and so noting the compass in the direction of north, I am going to scan the horizon and make note of certain objects, and then mark on the paper the angle at which I see those objects.
Nice. Yeah. Go ahead and do a survival plus wits.
Nice one. I saw Phaedra got one too.
Okay. Here's what I recommend. Because we need to bring back data on the terrain, the animals, their behavior. I kind of want to interact with some humanoids. We don't have to, but we have 2 days worth of serum. Let's do some hiking, set up camp, walk back here, get out.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Should we try and do like we walk out a certain distance and then try to do like a circle around the gate area?
Well, sure. That's going to take longer. It's like you have to work the entire perimeter. Or like,
Yeah, I'm just thinking like what's the use of going one direction and then coming back?
true.
Yeah, and if there's anything that is,
I
there
guess-
could be something bad just over there that we would want to know.
Okay, yeah, let's
Before we go, the question I have is what are those octopus things?
I was too scared to care.
Josh muted? No. Is Josh
No.
gone?
I'm here. I'm not going to tell you anything other than what you saw. I mean, you want to go investigate,
Right.
you're going to have to go investigate yourself.
I want to go get closer to them, and
Okay, Tycho,
seems to be like dinosaurs and stuff. This
Tycho,
seems to be something different.
yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do a stealth plus dexterity if you're trying to be stealthful, or if you're just walking up, just go ahead and you just can walk up.
Let me ask my fellow team members. Do you think we should be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay, let's be stealthy.
Uh,
Uh,
do you want me to come with you, or are you gonna go do that yourself?
yeah, no, let's all go. This'll be the first direction we go.
All right, so you head over to the what looked to be did you say that you guys were doing stealthy? Yep. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
So
I got one.
okay.
What was that roll again? It's stealth and
I use Dex.
dex. Okay.
Yep. Stealth and dex. All right, so Malachi failed. Everybody else succeeded, but the squids don't seem to notice. If they do notice, they don't seem to care, and they just kind of continue walking along their path, heading looks like over to like a pond area in the middle like of the forest after a little while following, getting up to them and stuff like that. They're moving pretty quick because they don't have really. You have like hurdles that you got to kind of actually, in fact, actually to keep even up with them, I want you guys to make an athletics plus dexterity check.
We're killing it.
Not as much as Malachi. He murdered it.
Don't forget. So yes, you guys are actually able to keep up with them. Um, at this point, though, you are going to have to be less stealthy, but it doesn't seem like anything cares. Because they're approximately about 10 feet tall. They look kind of like octopi, um, but they have, big suction cups for hands, and they kind of are using their tentacles as legs. And they have like a head, a body. They don't really have a body as much as just mainly a head and tentacles, and they're kind of just like climbing around, over stuff and through stuff. Doesn't seem to have any obstacles that it can't just easily get around, but it seems to have very much of an octopi kind of feeling and look to them.
Do they look hostile or
No.
do I recognize them?
No.
Right. Can I roll an intelligence academics to see if I know what genome that is?
Sure.
Is Josh gone again?
Oh, I said sure. You didn't hear me?
Nope.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. While she's rolling that, do I recognize them from my umbral travels?
No, you do not.
Okay. I wasn't expecting to, but might as well ask.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I.
No, we just didn't hear you.
I got 3 successes. Is that an organism that I know?
I mean, it belongs to probably the octopi family. Seems to be some kind of land-based octopus.
So it was something that possibly existed back then?
Yeah.
Okay. That's creepy.
Okay. Last question on these. Does it look like they're actually holding up their weight, or would they need to be floating?
It seems like they're holding up their weight.
Okay. All right. Let's. So I look backwards and look around with my binoculars, and I do the thing again with the map, where I'm like in each direction. I'm noting like that large tree and putting us in relation to the original point.
Okay, it's easily done.
Okay.
So
How far have we gone?
I would say you probably maybe quarter mile away from your original destination or your original point of origin.
Okay. What do you guys think? Should we start doing a circle around now or go a little bit further?
You want to do the math real quick and see how far out we can go, and then but still be able to make that circle within a day?
Yeah, sure. I do the math. Shit, we're actually gonna have to do math, aren't we?
Yep. Okay. Well, it depends on our speed, like how far we can get
Well, let's see.
to find out what our radius is, and then use that
Well, okay, so
figure out the diameter of the
let's
circle.
just say that you figure out that math and it says something.
Okay.
But because so you guys do that, and you continue adventuring.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
kind of.
I'm just gonna put it at a half mile, right? Because then a half mile away, if like there's nothing in between us, we can see the original point. So
I mean, you can't really see the original point. It's a giant super forest of stuff. So,
Right, and there's a waterfall.
but you can
So
hear,
yeah,
probably.
that's why I qualified with if there was nothing in the way.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
A half mile away, you can still see that far.
And you can get up on top of trees and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
But yeah, so we go another quarter mile in that direction.
Okay, so you guys are kind of like continuing to scout around within this kind of vicinity. Um, you come upon, as you guys are kind of scouting, there's a clearing that kind of opens up, and you see what looks to be like a small makeshift uh, primitive village. There's little huts that look like they're makeshift, easy to um, portable type kind of um, housing units, and there's a bunch of people kind of just or not a bunch. I would say there's like maybe 10 people kind of laying about that you can kind of see out in the immediate vicinity, hanging out, relaxing.
Are these classified more like people, or are these like monkey people? Or are these
Um,
like crow
these
or
are
magnum?
humans, but they definitely are, of the, furs and clubs, no metal or anything like that, maybe rocks and stuff that they use for their stuff, grass and stuff like that, unkempt. And they don't seem to be threatened by you at all. They seem to have like a calm demeanor.
Are they even curious?
They are curious. They are kind of looking over and pointing and talking about you. It's not like that you don't exist.
Man,
The urge.
I really want to make a joke about just killing all these people. Well, I make the universal sign of greeting and put up my open hand.
They shriek in horror. No, no, I'm joking. They.
Hey, shoot them all in the back.
They. You see one of them
Not
come
even
out. He's like a
violence.
big burly. He's about maybe 7 feet tall. Everybody else is maybe about 5 feet to like 6 feet, normal height. This is like one of the big guys. It's like stands up, probably the leader, give or take, um, and kind of walks over to you. He's got a big, giant, brown beard, long, just matted hair that goes down to like his mid back. And he's not wielding anything. He's just comes up and like puts up his head and he's like, ah.
I think you might have cut out, unless all you did was grunt once.
Yep, that's all he did.
Shit.
Let's see. I respond with, "Hello, my name is Tycho Vance."
I think it would, but it is
Ugh.
less offensive To just click your tongue.
He like grabs his like out of like a little bottle of something, you know, a pretty big bottle of something, made out of like not really. It's kind of like some kind of coconut kind of you know, like makeshift drink bottle that he's kind of created, and kind of like downs something from it, and he goes, "Argh!" and he hands it to you with a big smile on his face.
I guess I'll take it and drink from it.
Make a stamina check, difficulty of 9.
Straight stamina?
Straight stamina.
Phage is just in the back, just looking at you.
Unless you have boozery.
Difficulty 9?
Yep.
Ha.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Successes.
Got a 10.
So you take a swig off of it, and this is some of the strongest alcohol that you've ever tasted, but you take it well. Like you are actually able to do this without even like, you know, if you want, you can just take it and not have a reaction to it, but I'll allow you to have whatever reaction you want. But this is like the strongest shit you've ever tasted. There's also some other shit inside of there too, like possibly more than just alcohol.
Could have fucking peed in that bottle and you drank it.
The guy drank it first. So.
Yeah.
He's
Phaedra, do you have a sample container?
yeah.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Oh, just to let you know, you did get what I'm gonna do for you guys right now is that you get 1 automatic success to resist against disease and even alcohol and stuff like that. If you really, well, no, I guess alcohol is broken down by the liver, not by your blood in any way.
Well, the liver is what creates the enzyme that breaks it down. So you could say that it generates it a lot faster.
Yeah, I'd say that works. So, because you are defending against poison too, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, I take the sample container, and unless the guy is going to get aggressive with me, I pour a little bit of that stuff into it before I give it back. And then I comment to Phaedra that there's probably some crazy stuff afoot because, you know, cultures of this, civilizations of this technological level should not have been able to create an alcohol this concentrated. You would have to have some sort of distillery process. And I shake it a little bit. And
Tycho,
yeah.
booze has been around for as long as people were able to chew plants. He could have just fermented a fish in some water and you just drank it.
Yeah,
could have peed into that puddle for flavor. Like,
I'm the one that drank
that. Like, you drank that.
This is like 50% ethanol here. That's getting. You know what? Never mind. I am not going to explain brewing to you or distilling.
And I won't explain what fermentation is.
It could just be alcohol-resistant yeast that can survive up to 50% alcohol. But most yeast that generate alcohol will die right around 8 to 9 to champagne yeast can live until like 14. But once alcohol gets that strong, the yeast die off and stop producing.
Well, it looks like Malachi schooled the both of us. Anyway, here's a sample of the alcohol.
We're playing a technocratic game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You guys literally just walked into the land before time that, you know, is in a magical realm, that you have a concept of that the rules could be completely different here, and the first thing that you guys talk about is how the alcohol shouldn't be fermentable.
No, I talk about how they created a drink with alcohol in it that shouldn't be possible without modern technology.
Correct.
Anyway.
Yes. As a technocrat would.
Yes. But yeah, we are in a magic land, so maybe they just found it in a fucking stump or something. Anyway.
That's what I was trying to explain. But okay.
Yeah, okay. So are these people doing anything like to us?
No, they're just they're watching.
Oh, okay.
They seem to be relaxing. They seem to be in a state of calm.
Here's my problem with this. I don't know if it's the air or if it's like the moon that we're able to see that's affecting the behavior of these creatures. Like we saw raptors drinking from a pond by a brontosaurus. Like herbivores and carnivores are just chilling with each other. I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like a phase.
I also was unnerved as we are going through this. It doesn't seem
These,
right. But
for lack of a better term, savages should have just caved your head in and then probably raped and pillaged.
I
try
feel like,
to at least.
I feel like I should try to stab one of these people and see
Do
if
not be the first person.
The guy's just laughing his ass off at you guys right now. He seems to understand what you're saying, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Can you speak language, sir?
He can't see the drink again.
I sign language. some simple words to see if he can relay it back to me.
He just looks at you weirdly.
Yeah, I thought so.
What do I know about
I
traditions?
miss Robert. He could have probably like finagled. Oh, well, I mean, I could probably use mine too, but I don't know if magic works.
Yeah, no time like the present to find out. I want to look with magic to see if there is a mind effect associated with the air here.
What's the foci you're using?
Yeah, that's the problem is we don't have our tech.
It would be... Okay, in which case I can't do that. But I will use Prime, which is my affinity sphere, to feel... Oh, technocrats can't do it without a focus, can they?
Correct.
Yeah.
Never mind.
There is lots of foci out there, though, that you might have access to.
Hey,
you can
pencil and
technically
paper.
use anything as a foci, technically. You just, I mean, you'll have to find a way of arguing how it's part of your paradigm that it makes sense. But pencil and paper is a good one.
Yeah, pencil and paper, just doing calculations on it. I mean, that's why I have sextant, so I can do spirit magic.
I walk up to Big Burly Dude and I spit into my hand and I reach my hand out to him and hoping he'll also spit in his hand and shake my hand.
Interesting. He does it.
Sweet. I take the sample and I'm going to try to see
also
if
make
there's...
a stamina check. Because he doesn't immediately release your hand. He's grabbing onto your hand.
Okay.
Does he seem aggressive or just
playful?
Just playful. Yeah.
One success, thank God.
Okay. Yeah, he grasps. It doesn't, like, if you were weaker, it might have hurt you. Not necessarily intentionally, but just, he's just a big guy.
Yeah, I could have asked Tycho to do it. I should have asked Tycho to do it, but it's fine.
Alright, so you're going to analyze the stuff with your beakers and stuff? let's see here. So you're using like an advanced beaker set to do biological study on the dude's spit in order to get DNA kind of analysis. Yeah, definitely in the realms of massively vulgar. So go ahead and get a with witnesses level 2 that or you're probably using a level 1 just to do a base analysis of it.
Yeah.
So I believe that is 2 paradox for being with a vulgar witness. Where's my cheat sheet?
I mean, I would have
There it is.
walked away.
Okay, you would have done it outside of his sight.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Because like I don't want to piss him off.
So the difficulty is going to start at 4. You have doing a level 1 as a level 5. I will allow you to do a so it's difficulty 5 right now, due to what you're doing being a vulgar, and then it can be manipulated with the intelligence plus medicine.
Can I do science?
Yeah, science is good too.
Five successes. Lowest my ROT to 3. Four successes.
Alright. You are able to get a nice little thing on this, so let's see here. Where the hell is that? Okay, so apparently the cheat sheet here doesn't have a really good breakdown, but I believe you're going to get at least 1 paradox for doing vulgar magic.
I'm okay with that.
But in any case, while I'm looking that up, the thing that you are able to analyze from this is you get back that this is a part wolf human. There seems to be some wolf DNA mixed with human DNA. And you seem to remember hearing lots of stories about something that might be like this from one of your companions.
He's a werewolf.
I didn't say
Do you
that.
feel good about not stabbing it now?
Feels slightly better.
God. Okay. All right.
Well, no, the thing is, okay, he might be a werewolf, but it's probably more likely that he's a kinfolk. And I'm not going to get into the distinctions right now.
I don't have Robert here, so I'm gonna have to ask you, Tycho, to talk me off this ledge.
Okay. First of all, we're fine. Nobody's being aggressive, but that's just as off-putting as if they were, honestly.
No, that's not what I mean.
What ledge?
This
What are
is
you
an
worried about?
opportunity where we have no one would know if these people went missing.
What do you want to do with them?
I want research. I want research so much. The possibility that if they are werewolves,
They seem docile
right
enough right
here.
now. You could probably take some of that dude's blood if you wanted. But I need your help with something else. Using your keen, perceptive medical eye, and basically GM answers here. Do these people look like the way that they're living right now, that's how they live all the time? Or do they have like visible indications of either injuries from battle or just
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, they do have spears. They do have they. I mean, they definitely are cooking meat. They have like bushels of berries and stuff like that. But they seem to be a scavenger or a hunter gatherer society. They seem to be migrational. They definitely have spears and other kind of makeshift weaponry. Um, but it does seem to be at the level of the Bronze Age type kind of stuff. Um, and it's very much you know the huts that they have are not really even. I mean, it's very makeshift. It just basically is enough to kind of give them some shelter while they're kind of moving about. They definitely don't like live in this area. Um, so a lot of their stuff is portable, which also means that it's kind of out and about. So you can kind of see the contents of their stuff. It's not like it's hidden behind buildings and rooms and stuff like that. So everything's kind of open in this area. Um, and so you can kind of see that this is definitely. I mean, they all have scars, and they all look like they've been through some rough times. They definitely do not look like a pristine people. Um, and they definitely have lots of meat that they're eating.
Okay. So
So,
the calmness may be temporary.
oh shit.
Well, from my samples, did I gather anything like?
You definitely. I would say that you are doing some advanced science here. Um, with level 1, you're not going to get a whole bunch, unfortunately, and you'll have to re-roll because it's higher difficulty to do other ones. Um, so
I
at the
would
level that
like
you
to.
kind of did, you do kind of get though that there is some kind of effect. I'll give you that there seems to be an effect of the moon on um, things in this area. It's not just necessarily him. You kind of feel it yourself, so you know that but it's in your analysis you kind of got that there seems to be some kind of gravitational interaction with the moon that causes mood shifts. And you guys all kind of feel it yourself. You're not really aggressive. You might have like joking, fleeting thoughts of like stabbing somebody, like you guys have had, but to go through with it, you'd probably get to the point you're like, I don't really want to do it. You could force it, willpower stuff like that, but it's not like you're completely enabled to do this stuff. It's just you just don't really actually feel the need.
Can I pull out my sextant and using pencil and paper and spending some time on it, kind of figure out if this is
Going
some sort of
Malachi.
like a dimensional science effect that affects mood?
Yeah, let's go ahead and have you do so this would be astrology, which I guess would be like probably academics, or there is there is one
I
that
think
cosmology that they have is what
I
you'd be
don't
using.
have that.
So if you don't have it, you can still roll. You can either just roll straight up arete, saying that you're going to use those foci and not trying to.
Well, let me just try intelligence to lower it.
It'll be difficulty 8 then, because you don't have the skill.
Uh, yeah, but I feel like I have to just because that's the
Yeah, that's kind of the
usage of the
whole thing.
foci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. You can be quick about it, so you don't get the reduced dice roll. You're still using it because you're still trying to lower successes. You don't
Oh
have to do these rolls to lower successes.
shit! That was not supposed to be there.
Oh, is that a incorrect roll?
Yeah, yeah. Not even close.
Wasting your good rolls.
But if you
Yeah.
want, you can just, I mean, like I'm saying, is if you want to just get basically you get an automatic success to use your tools. They're unfamiliar, there will be a +1 difficulty. But what you're doing right now is to lower the difficulty. You're spending a little bit of extra time to do it. Which
Yeah.
you get 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, one success.
And so you'll lower the difficulty by 1. This is you're just doing a level 1 kind of analysis, dimensional science analysis on the realm itself. kind of also taking that data point of the moon. And so go ahead and roll Arate. Then this will be. I'm going to actually make this coincidental. Um, so it will be difficulty of 3.
All right. Oh, boom.
All
3
right.
successes.
So what you're kind of getting is that um, this realm seems to be heavily influenced by the moon. You have werewolf lore as well, which kind of gives you an idea that normally werewolves are greatly affected by the moon. This realm seems to kind of amplify that effect for everything. Um, the phase of the moon will dictate quite a bit of the animal um, uh, societal interactions that happen in this realm. Um, you can't tell what all of them are, but you would base that the first one, that you've encountered, obviously during the half moon, things seem to be very calm. People are at a time of peace. Um, there might be some animals still eating other animals for food, but it's more of almost it's not the hunting down the prey. It's kind of like, oh, I accept my death. Oh, I accept to eat you. um,
Hopefully.
not gonna
Yeah,
be
so I'm
great
guessing
though.
full moon is the crazy time.
Yep, and
Um,
so you can guess that new moon. Um, actually, I'm not going to tell you that one, but
yeah, I've got my ideas, but based on my spirit roll, can I basically figure out that it's going to be calm here for a couple days, or does it move faster than that?
um, I'm not sure technically if because the moon is closer, it would probably change differently quicker. But I'm just gonna stick with what we know for sure, or well, how I know the moon interacts. So it kind of acts like the normal moon would act. So you should have some time in the half moon, a couple days at least.
Okay. Using my doing an intelligence werewolf lore roll, can I put a name to this realm?
You would guess that the technocracy is correct that this is Pangaea. You've heard tales about this land. If you want to do a werewolf lore, which actually we should have done that in the very beginning, but now your mind is just getting jogged, and maybe you have like now that the werewolf, is in front of you or whatever this kinfolk werewolf thing might be, um, kind of have some flashback memories of maybe some flashback memories of some stuff. So let's have you do a intelligence plus werewolf lore, difficulty of 8.
All right. Yeah, it's not so good.
So you have this faded memory of somebody saying Pangaea, and then you're like, yeah, that was at Technogate. That was in that email. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So I look at Phaedra and Malika, and I'm just like, based on my calculations, this place goes kind of on this moon cycle, cyclical thing. So right now with the half moon, like everybody's just calm and reasonable. Is it waxing or waning?
Um, it's going
Are we going
towards
towards?
full moon.
Okay. So yeah, we should have like while we're here for like a day, we should be fine. Like, but we don't want to stay much longer than that.
Yeah, because we can't even calculate how long that's going to be closer to the planet. Planet?
Uh,
Is it a planet? It's closer to this area than it would be if we were on Earth. So the rotation might be different. Is what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, that's like high level dimensional science stuff. I still can't wrap my head around it entirely, but the best way the werewolves put it was, you're not really in a place, you're in an idea of a place, but it's still made of stuff. I don't know. It's super weird. Anyway, we should probably make our circle.
Okay.
Quick question: how
So
many?
if I get a sample from this dude, will he be mad? I don't know how to do that without,
He'd probably be fine. What was that, Malachi?
I was just wondering about how big the community is, and then this may have been answered, but whether or not the homes are permanent residences or tents.
Very makeshift. I wouldn't even call them tents or huts, really. It's just kind of making the land to your advantage. You know, creating, um, makeshift structures out of already pre-existing makeshift land structures.
Okay.
Maybe some, you know, animal pelts to kind of maybe create some sectioning off of areas and stuff like that. You've seen about 10 of them. They are a hunter-gatherer society, so they are mobile. They do not seem like it's not like they're going to be setting up shop here for more than maybe a few days.
And then if I was to just take a rough guess, is there like 12 fighting men, or is it like 6 and support crew, or is it
So you see
much?
about 5 fighting men right now and about 5 women, and you would guesstimate that there's more than that here, but you would guess probably no more than 30, probably around 20.
Okay, just trying to get a sense for the size of the tribe. Um,
Do we see any kids?
would he allow
Yep,
us
kids.
to commingle?
There's like 2 kids that you see.
I'm more interested in staying on the outskirts, at least for now.
Tycho, help me get a sample.
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
how to do it.
No, you just have to you demonstrate and then use hand gestures. So
Okay.
you just, if you've got an extra syringe, just you can take some blood from me and then see if he wants to do it too.
Okay.
So we go and do that.
Alright, so you guys walk back up over to him. He kind of greets you guys again. And then you do like the gesture and take some blood from Tycho. And he goes, "Oh, hell no. I ain't letting the technocracy take my fucking blood. You can have my spit, but you ain't gonna get my blood."
Aw, come on, man. You were gonna play us like that? Not even talk.
I've been listening to you guys the whole time.
Okay. So
I just have to say, what the hell is the technocracy doing here?
hey man, they just tell us where to go. I'm pretty low on the totem pole.
Well, you're fucking lucky it's the half moon, man. My tribe is really thinking about tearing you guys apart regardless of the calm of this land, but I held them back a little bit. These guys are all from Pangaea. I'm actually from Brooklyn. This fucking place rocks.
Shit, man, how'd you get here?
Oh, it took a moon bridge.
Oh, hey, just a second. Hey, Malachi, come up here. This guy's from Brooklyn.
Interesting.
Malachi's the shooty guy. Anyway, yeah, we were just sent here to survey. So you want to help us out? I mean,
Helping
just
out
like,
the technocracy.
well, you know what I mean. Just like,
You know, I do have to say that normal circumstances, I'd eat you guys. Probably at this point in time in my lifespan, like it sounds like a tasty meal to maybe eat up some technocrats. But there's somebody else that's got some other plans for you apparently. I've got to go take you to somebody.
ah, damn it, I was afraid of that.
Uh,
Do we have like an aura or something?
Ever heard of the Elder Serpent? Go ahead and do a werewolf lore.
6.
Difficulty of 8. Since you don't know anything about Pangaea, it might be. But you might have heard of the serpent.
I got 3.
Ooh. With the difficulty 8, I'm actually going to give you some stuff here. So you have heard of the Elder Serpent. You forgot that it was connected to Pangaea until now, until he said it, but the Elder Serpent is perhaps the mightiest resident of Pangaea, and this fearsome beast is so huge and monstrous that even the largest carnivorous flee in horror from it. The creature resembles a dragon, and many shapeshifters are convinced it's a worm, Incarna, perhaps even a new facet of the worm. Not going to give you any of that stuff. Let's see.
So I don't know any.
The worm is
What's that?
bad?
No, you get that. I'm sorry. I was reading other stuff that I'm not going to be revealing to you. All that I've revealed to you is what you know. The Elder Serpent's lair is high on the tallest volcanic mountain in Pangaea. No shapeshifter has thus far reached its lair, though many foolish shapeshifters have tried. Let's see. The Elder Serpent asks, demands that shapeshifters do favors for it. These favors often have to do with thwarting the Weaver's manifestation in other spirit realms. Occasionally, though, the serpent may ask shapeshifters to undertake missions against the manifestation of the worm. It is considered to be some kind of wild creature or worm creature, or like they said, a balance maybe of the two.
Am I correct in the assumption that shapeshifters mean werewolves?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, okay. And
So
the other
you
weird creatures.
lost me at this homeboy could talk the whole fucking time and decided to just grunt.
If you were in his position, what would you have done?
Oh yeah, no, I would have done the same.
Oh yeah, man, if I wanted to get information out of people, the first thing that I would do is be like, I can't speak your fucking language. Like, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Please continue to talk. Because unless you guys went way outside of earshot, because he's a werewolf, so he can hear shit.
So when he says the Elder Serpent, I'll be like, oh, damn, yeah, the Elder Serpent's in Pangaea. And I'll tell him like I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I bumped around with some glasswalkers for a few years. I picked up a few things.
Oh, the technos hanging out with technos. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
He spits on the ground. Fucking technos.
yeah, yeah. I suppose you probably would like glasswalkers just as much as you'd like us.
Yeah, considering what you've done to my family. Never mind, I'm not even gonna get into it. You fucking stupid fucking serpent. He kind of just like mumbles as he like kind of gestures for you to follow him. Get your buddies too.
Isn't the Elder Serpent a worm spirit?
I don't know what the fuck the thing is. It looks like a giant dragon, so yeah, it's probably the fucking worm. But it sometimes has me do a bunch of shit to kill worm or do other shit. I don't know, man. This fucking thing is weird. All I can say is if I follow its rules and do shit for it, it lets me stay here. So I'm cool with that.
Okay. And we're supposed to go meet with it?
Yeah. Apparently he wants me to take you to him. Well, not directly to him, not to his lair, but or go to a spot where you can talk to him.
Cool.
Okay. Phaedra, Malachi, are you okay with this? Do we need to discuss this as a
It's
team?
not like we have a choice, do we?
I'm going to casually shift my pistol from my hip to the center of my back. The pistol that is filled with silver bullets. Just keep that out of sight. Not because I want to shoot them. I don't want them to see it and then become hostile because I have them. That's what I was worried about. Not like
yeah.
I want to be sneaky and attack them or anything. I don't mean that.
How long is this going to take? I'll ask the guy.
Well, shouldn't take too long. Probably maybe about 2 hours to the cave.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just, we've only got 2 days here and, the moon. So,
The fuck do you turn into a pumpkin after 2 days?
no, but it sounds like you guys start wrecking shit up in, what, a week and a half here?
Oh, damn. Yeah, so you don't turn into a pumpkin, you do turn into lunch meat, but,
Yeah, and I prefer to not do that, so let's get moving.
God damn smart ass fucking Technogate. I think you should stay forever. He continues on, starts walking. So, as he's kind of walking down, he's like, "So tell me your story. What the fuck are you guys doing on Pangaea?"
I didn't read the mission briefing. When you guys want to take this?
Any idea why the fuck the worm would want to talk to you?
I have no clue. We had no information. They told us to come here basically just for research. So everything is brand spanking new to us.
Do you guys just
But
really
wait.
just here to surveil stuff? You have no idea why this fucking super powerful creature would want to talk to you?
Well, how do you know it wants to talk to us? Did it talk in your mind or what?
Well, so yeah, I get a feeling to come to this place every once in a while. Let's just say that it's a compulsion that's hard to resist. Uh, Once I get here, I'm able to commune with the serpent. Uh, he talks in English or whatever language that you fucking speak, from my understanding, because the wolves over here can talk to him too. But from my understanding, he's one of the more all-powerful fucking creatures here. I don't know how the hell he does what he does, but that's about it. I would imagine that there's other ways of communicating if he really had to.
Okay, so you got a feeling when you saw us?
No, I talked to him a couple of days ago. He said that there would be a bunch of fucking Weaver uh, humans coming to Earth, or coming to Pangaea, and that when I met them, bring them to him. I don't know how the hell he knows that, but apparently the fucker reads the stars and tells time.
Well, you're a werewolf. You know that there's prophecies and shit.
I don't believe in that shit.
Well, somebody does.
Apparently, this big ass fucking dragon does.
Well, let's just go there and talk to him.
All right. I mean, you are walking there already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um. All right. So you guys just kind of stay quiet the rest of the journey.
I mean, if he wants to talk, but
Oh, he's
that's
a
fine.
chatterbox. He's either he's talking at you or with you, or he's just bitching about you, pretty much. Talking about the Bronx or how things are in this land, and just man, I fucking love it compared to Earth. This place is awesome. Like, he'll talk about the food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are there
Oh,
any
look at
others?
Malachi. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Who are you talking to?
I we're
Signal again?
we're basically in the woods right now, so this is very uncomfortable for me. But seemingly there's no threats because everything's super calm, and so that's even more uncomfortable. Um, And now we're going to go meet some dude who foretold us coming, which makes me wonder if it wasn't a setup or if it was literally he could see that happening in the future. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now.
I mean, remember you are still technically on a surveillance mission. You might want to use this time to ask him questions about this land if you have any.
I was going to ask him if there are other were creatures similar to himself here.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of werewolves and were creatures that hang out here. In fact, actually, a lot of them that escaped the War of Rage came here to a more peaceful land. But yeah, there's a ton of us around here. You kind of lose all of your distinctions of what tribe you belong to when you come here, and even the metis. Actually, a lot of metis come here. In fact, actually, I mean, I guess to be honest, I am a metis too. It's one of the reasons why I prefer this land because we lose our genetic flaw that we get.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they hated me in fucking on Earth, and I basically, yeah, I'm not even gonna get
Oh.
into it. I don't even remember what tribe I am anymore.
Is there a spoken language here, or do you?
Um, I am able to communicate with everything here. Werewolves are able to pretty much have, the universal, you know, language of animals, body language, that kind of stuff. You know,
Yeah, but does anybody else have a spoken language?
the humans here have, um, different languages of different sorts, a very primordial type of spoken word. So it's mainly grunt based. Um, a
Okay.
little bit of words here and there, but it's not nobody's making poetry yet.
Yeah. Are there human settlements like cities, or is everybody nomadic?
Everybody's nomadic, and yeah, there's no allowing of any uh, weaver taint like that. The serpent makes sure of that.
Yeah.
I believe the technocrats tried building a base here one day, and pretty sure he just sent a bunch of Mokale to ravage the institution. That was the
There's
end of
more than
that.
one Mokale here.
Oh,
Wait, I
there's a
might not even know what that
bunch.
is.
You can do
Wait,
werewolf lore
what's a
if you want.
Mokale? Uh,
Since you
I'll
do
just
know what
ask
a
him.
Mokale is, actually, I want you to do the roll because you might know what it is.
Difficulty 8 again.
Yep.
Did it do it? Yeah, it's 3.
Wow. Okay. So you are familiar with the basic concept of what Mokale are?
Yeah. So apparently one of the glasswalkers I hung out with was like a historian or something.
Right.
It's like, wow, I didn't even know any were surviving. I guess, yeah, there's probably just none on Earth.
Yeah. Well, there might be some on Earth. I wouldn't hold to the tales of werewolves too much. When I came here, believe me, talking to the other changing breeds really opened up my eyes to how much bullshit the werewolves put out there.
Are they the Komodo dragon? Were Komodo dragons?
Yeah, they only have three forms. One is basically a variant of a base lizard, all the way from, I think you can, in this day and age they could be dinosaurs and stuff like that, but they're supposed to be like descendants of dinosaurs and dragons basically. And then they have a hybrid form, which is just a massive, nasty, half human, half dragon thing. And then they're humans. They have no in between forms.
Hmm.
They're also known for being the creatures that have great memory. Um, or they have like this passed down genetic memory of all of the history of the Mokale, basically. It's this crazy thing and there's hardly any of them left because almost all of them got wiped out by the werewolves during the War of Rage.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll write down some of the stuff that he tells us about the area. I guess I kind of want to just get to the Mokulai.
All right. Well, then we are going to take or get to the Mokule. You're not going to talk to a Mokule. You're going to talk to a dragon. But
The elder serpent.
but we're going to take a short break here then. Actually, 10 o'clock
Yeah,
is
it's already.
Wow, I can't believe we actually went that. So I'm gonna have us just take like a quick 5-minute break then here real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, we are.
So I
back.
do have.
Yep.
Oh, we're back.
Yep.
Okay.
You can ask City. Let's see here. Or is Amber back yet?
I'm having computer, so I had to switch over to phone.
Oh. Here, let me turn you up a little bit. You're a little quiet now. There we go. Try now.
Can you hear me?
A little quiet. Let me turn you up a little bit more. Try now.
Hello.
Yep, that's a little bit better. All right, so we are on the way to meet the Great Serpent. When you guys arrive at looks like the cave of a base of a fairly tall volcano that looks to be slightly active. Um, he's like, yeah, there's spots like this all over the fucking place. Apparently, he's good at getting people to come here. So right in that way, you kind of, I'll stick out here.
So we just go in this cave at the base of a volcano.
Yep.
Does he answer me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Apparently not. But now, yes.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. Yep. Just go on in, and you're gonna see a lava pool, and you'll pop up out of it.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't seem weird. And I start going into the cave.
All right.
I want
Everybody
to
else
stay like
following?
2 feet behind him, maybe 3.
Let you
So
take
I
point.
go in the cool.
All right. So you guys walk into the cave. It's like about maybe 10 feet wide by maybe 15 feet tall, kind of natural cave formation that you kind of go into, and the heat starts kind of hitting you guys. Make a stamina check, difficulty of 4.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, I'm
Oh, I got 3.
Okay, yep, you're good.
Oh, does somebody need to roll for Amber?
Oh,
yes,
yep. Let me pull up her character sheet here. It's Phaedra. Let's see, so you just go into dice pool. So that will be stamina plus nothing. Are you? Oh, can you not?
No, just go to the top.
Soak. That will work. Phaedra, you got 1. So all of you are able to go. You're fine. And I want you to make another one now at difficulty of 8 as you guys get really close to the lava pool, and you can kind of start seeing the opening and where the lava pool exists. Go ahead and make a difficulty 8. Description. Submit. Dice pool mod. Okay. I'm just gonna have to take a look here. Yeah, Phaedra got 1.
I think I actually got 0.
Yep, you ended up with 0. So I want you to take 1 point of bashing damage
That's fine.
as you kind of get this like heat exhaustion, like skin just starts like kind of burning a little bit. And it's just like, it's too hot in here. Overheating, sweat too much. All right, so everybody is fine besides that. As you guys get to the opening, a giant dragon serpent-like creature that's completely black, like night-colored scales on it, pops out of the lava and looks down upon you. All of you make a willpower roll, difficulty of 9. I'll do that for Phaedra.
It's a Yeah, I would have done it myself, but it's a colossal mess on your foot.
Difficulty 8.
I got pretty lucky. I got 2.
Oh wow. Phaedra, you have 0 successes, so you fail, so you're scared
Did
the fuck out
I
of. I'll let you decide what you do with that fear, though. But you didn't botch, so. Oh, did you botch?
can I try to re-roll
No,
and
you just.
spend a willpower?
Yeah, I'll let you re-roll with a willpower. So we'll take another. So you're down to 1 willpower. And do you want to spend your last willpower and then try and do a destiny roll? I would definitely say this is in line with your destiny.
Yeah.
Getting called some great serpent. Alright, so.
And I had 3 successes.
Okay, so you're perfectly fine. Difficulty 8. Phaedra has an automatic 1 success, so you got 2 successes. And you are out of willpower. Now you will roll your destiny. Difficulty of, I'm going to say 6. I think it's 8, but I'm going to do 6 anyways. So let's do it. Your destiny is 1 point, so roll a d10. You get 1 point back, so you have 1 point of willpower left.
Cool.
There we go. All right. So you are able to maintain your composure, all of you, as this dragon pops out, and you don't go running in fear, which impresses the dragon as he looks down upon you with a smirk on his grin. Ah, the Weaver children. Come to play in my land, have you? He says down onto you.
Yes. You wanted to speak to us?
I felt that you were going to be coming, and after you will be coming the massive onslaught of technocrats. What to do with you, what to do with you.
I mean, you say there's going to be more of us here soon?
Oh, yes, yes. The technocrats have been making their moves on the realms. Their influence is spread too far, too strong.
Well, if you... Go ahead, Malachi.
I mean, it would be real unfortunate if they learned that the volcanic activity here is too intense and it's not worth pursuing further ventures.
Are you saying, is this what you would tell them?
Well, do you see it going differently if we were to?
Interesting proposal. I spare your lives and allow you to go home, and you tell a lie for me to the technocrats? Is that what you're proposing?
I mean, honestly, I was already going to do that. So
I just none of my shit works here. I don't want to have to come back here in the future. And you guys seem like you have a really good gig going on. Seems reasonable to me.
although, I mean, honestly, like he said, the technocrats wouldn't last very long here, would they?
Like, the
I mean,
only reason why we even survived half as long as we did is because the moon cycle. We don't really have to lie that much to tell people not.
Well, it's. Are they gonna, if they come with enough force, they might be able to get a foothold in here?
Yeah, but they'd
Oh,
have they can't use magic or technological science advantage.
Yeah, our hypertech doesn't work here. But yeah, no, we're gonna falsify our reports anyway and just say this place is super dangerous. Don't come here.
Well, interesting. I would not be opposed to you doing that, of course, but I called you here for a different reason.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
They're coming whether you tell them not to come or not. It does not matter, but it does. It might. It might change some of the outcome if you are able to convince them, and I will leave that up to you. However, there are tasks that I have that are needed to be done on Earth, and I think that you are the exact people that I need in order to have them accomplished.
what do you know about Earth?
Oh, I know much about Earth. I hear much from the guru that have
Oh,
migrated to my realm, and I
good.
hear of a place called Pentex. Are you familiar with
Ooh.
them?
I, I
Yeah,
look I look at Tycho.
yeah, they're like the bad guys. They pollute everything, and they're run by worm tainted people. I think that's the terminology you would use.
We definitely don't have any personal workings with them or experiences with them. We've never dealt with any of their members directly. That's something that's never happened.
Yeah,
Well,
they're just implicated in this thing we're wrapped up in. Uh, Something to do with Ravnos.
hmm, I know not of that. But what I do
Insight
know,
check. I don't have insight, damn it.
what I do know is that there is a member of the Pentex organization that is also working with the technocrats of your organization that are preparing to invade this realm. I want him destroyed, and in return, I will give you a he pulls out of the lava a giant stone and places it down onto the ground. This source of energy that I am sure your technocratic devices will be able to use or to utilize once you are outside of my realm.
Could I roll like kind of quick meditate, begin the process? Is this did he just hand us a large batch of quintessence tasks,
He just
or
handed you a portable node.
Holy shit. That's going in my apartment.
um do you happen to have the guy do you happen to have his name? The Pentex dude who's working with our organization.
Yes, he gives you the name. I can't. I have to go look for it. It's the. You guys, it's familiar to you because it's the. You've heard the name. You didn't know he was part of. I talked to you guys. I think a little bit after the show last time. But you didn't know about this yet. But he, the investigator coming to investigate those murders, is the guy that he's naming.
I wanted him dead anyway.
The one from Texas?
Yep.
And he works with the
Oh, he's
Techno. Oh
gonna be
shit! He
hard to
might be
kill.
like around Technogate at some point. Oh shit! Okay, Pentex, we work with the technocracy. is the specialist.
So if we kill him, the media already knows that it's going to be very hard to make a look.
Yeah, it will be. That will be.
This is going to be straight up murder.
It's going to be. Well, honestly, we
Little
can get
X.
close enough to him. We might be able to switch it to self-defense real easy. But if we go there with that intention, I still think it counts as murder. So,
Well, and I ask Mr. Dragon, this person, is he a regular human or is he something else?
He is one of your kind. One of your technocrats. I believe he belongs to the organization called the Syndicate.
That almost makes it worse. I was going to say if he was a vampire
Yeah.
or something, it would be like, we can kill that.
Yeah.
Thing.
And of course, it's fucking Syndicate. Oh.
Wait, why do you want him dead?
Well, because evidence.
He is the one that is invading my realm. His death, I predict, is one of the convergence that might save my realm from the technocrats before the end.
Okay.
how far off is that end that you see? Just out of curiosity.
I'm surprised you don't know that all time seems to converge in 1 year, give or take.
I was worried that was what you were talking about.
Okay, yeah, so this is somewhat related to our thing.
It troubles me that he sees it there. Do you see ways past it? Or are they pretty slim?
I only see ways to make my realm survive.
I suppose. Yeah, that's your prerogative.
And the other realms. I am not preoccupied with Earth, but I am doing what I can to protect the other realms from the Weaver influence as much as I can. And the worm. The corrupted one.
Yeah, he's a little bitch, isn't he? You know, in the general unstoppable, timeless entity that's been driven crazy kind of way.
Did he just Captain Marvel? Okay.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I missed half that.
No, it's
okay. So we need to figure out a way to kill a technocrat.
We have to. The killing part isn't hard. Him being human makes that super easy. The hard part is not being detected for murdering not only someone who's part of the syndicate, but also Pentax, who is in charge of investigating the hit and run that we also orchestrated.
Yeah.
Do you happen? Do you know, or do I know anything about the syndicate? Like, I know the word, but I guess I don't know anything.
They are basically our senators and politicians, and they also are senators and politicians.
Yeah, and they're also mainly comprised of. They're money people. So
Yeah.
if they are,
Okay.
the reason why I've been using them as senators and stuff like that is the Senate Appropriation Committee stuff. Where appropriation of funds. So they control those seats of power in the government, but they're not necessarily like the president or all the senators and stuff. It's just key senators that run financial, governmental, proportions of how money is proportioned out and stuff. They're also most of them are like the WTO, World Trade Organization, World Bank, and
if I remember correctly, there was a subplot in Stargate involving them keeping their funding from the government, or so the government keeps funding them. Are they the people in the government that is funding Technogate?
Yes. basically.
This just got.
So you understand the headache that I'm slowly growing?
This just got real complicated.
Yeah, no, these are the type of people where if they go missing, they're noticeable.
And they really are going to look for him.
This guy is also Pentex. So ostensibly, if we
have to kill him and also lay the proverbial cocaine at his feet. We have to make sure that people are aware that he was Pentax, and that's why he's dead.
So the dragon kind of looks down at all of you and goes, "Perhaps you could do all of this talking later. Do you accept my deal or not?"
Well, of course.
Yeah. Because otherwise you're just going to eat us, dude.
Well,
yeah. Do I call you sir, ma'am?
To be honest, I wouldn't eat you. You're still going back to tell them false things. They're just gonna send more of you if you get eaten. They want the data. That they're using your data to invade my realm. If they can find out what technology they can use here and what the rules are here, the invasion is made easier. They don't need laser guns, but if they can use them, they will.
Yeah, and so the fact that there are no small settlements with seemingly either proto-werewolves, as I'm crossing lines off of notes. Where's my there's not a 20 to 30
burn
person.
The map that I made.
Or just do it, but just completely make it wrong, so they come in thinking everything's gonna be fine, and it just fucks them up. Oh, they might really hate us though if they paint us on that.
No,
We should
just toss it into the lava pit. It's fine. Yes, we're going to take your deal, sir, and start the mission, I guess.
Do we get the thing now?
Yep.
Or do we have to come back?
No, I'll give it to you now.
That's pretty trusting.
I'll get it back if I need to. I have agents
on
Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there wouldn't be a problem for you.
Okay, now.
Okay.
All right. This is going to be ours. How do we get it to my apartment?
How do we get it?
Through Technogate. So real quick though, stats on it is it's a level 5 node. It is produces tasks of water. So it basically it kind of bleeds water basically, or sweats water. And it can be you can collect that and get purified quiescence water that can actually just be drank. You don't need to use any kind of special magical stuff in order to absorb it into your body. Be careful about just drinking a whole shitload of this stuff, as you will, just power up your prime inside of your body, and you'll become a glowing beacon of prime. So.
That could be useful.
Do I get a bucket? Do I put it in my bathtub?
So much per day.
Yeah.
Well, right, yeah, it only produces, I believe it's half the amount rounded up, so it'd be like 2 or 3 tasks that it would make every week. I'll have to double check all the rules on that, but basically, yeah, it produces a little bit of tasks every week.
Okay. How big is it, and will it fit in my?
The size of it is probably about maybe 3 feet off of the ground. It weighs maybe about 100 pounds. Like it's a heavy ass rock. Maybe less than 100 pounds, but between 50 and 100.
It's heavy, but not undoable, or not. It's not impossible to just carry it.
Right.
Like easy with 2 people. Yeah. One person probably can do it.
It is like it's like a crystal, so it's taller than it is wide.
When it came out, when he revealed it, did he toss it on the ground, or did he set it on the ground?
He set it on the ground. There's a base that it has, like a flat base.
How fragile is this thing? Just out of curiosity, I ask Mr. Serpent.
Well, it survives lava pretty well, and It's been crushed by the ages, and I found it down at the bottom of one of the volcanoes here.
Oh, okay. Yep,
Yeah,
that's fine.
should
If it
be
can
fine.
handle, the pressures at the bottom of a volcano, then there's probably almost nothing to it that I could do. So great. I was just afraid I was going to drop it and break it. That's all.
Oh, that would be so great. You guys are like, yes, we just got a portable. Oh man, did you just botch on your athletics roll? Oh,
In front of the serpent, who's like, the fuck? I just gave it to you.
I just gave that to you.
I
There's
don't
only
have
so
another
many
one.
of them down there. Oh yeah.
Okay. So now, the question now is, how do we get it home? Because my problem is, if we're going to lie to technocracy, we can't go in with a node and then tell them, yeah, there was nothing here. Also, I want this for my apartment.
Okay, well let's start with the question: what happens if we just go back through the gate with this thing?
Well, they're going to wonder what it is. There's probably cameras in there that can immediately tell that it has a lot of prime energy in it. And then they're going to think that this place is just chopped full of these things and they can come through and bring back hundreds of nodes. Yeah, the kind of power that might entice from the... No, we do need to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
They'll want to come full force today.
Yeah, if they think
especially if they
kind
hear
of thing
that, there's a phase in the moon keeps things calm for a while, they'll come in now.
Okay. So yeah, we definitely can't take it through the gate. Let's ask the Elder Serpent. Hey, Elder Serpent, can you just push that thing into the material plane somewhere, like specific?
It will pick it up.
Go ask Brooklyn to do it for you.
Okay, that was my second idea.
Yep, I like that idea.
Okay.
Starting to get nervous around this guy, so I'm going to just be like polite.
Anyway, thanks for the hit contract, dragon man person,
sir,
spirit.
Well, good luck hunting mud, and he jumps back into the lava.
What? No, what? Come back, please. God damn it!
Pops back out. You didn't say it or ask me anything about him. Jumps back in.
I'm sure that just made his year. Him being able to laugh at you as
we'll go
he's
home,
ducking in and out of lava.
All right, let's go talk to Brooklyn.
All right. So I'm athletic, but not very strong in terms of actually moving this thing.
I mean, I think I'm very sturdy.
All right, let's teamwork, and then we'll have Tycho lead the way back. I don't know how to teamwork in this.
You'll be fine. You guys pick it up, carry it together. You're able to lead it out.
Okay.
Brooklyn looks over at you and is like, "What the fuck is that? Is that that's a card?"
Yeah, it's a portable cairn.
Oh.
Well, kind of.
He kind of looks at you three, makes a calculation, then looks into the cave, makes another calculation. Yeah.
Can I fight this word?
Can't kill all of them and be okay with that. Yeah, that he would be mad. I could kill them all, but not. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, so we wanted to talk to you about that.
What? You didn't? Did I just say something? I didn't say something out loud, did I?
Yeah, he actually suggested that you might be able to help us get this back to the prime material in a method that's not our normal means of transit.
Oh.
Sounds like you might earn some favor with him if you help us.
Well, I I'll get my orders from him. Thank you very much. What will you give me in return?
I mean, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
You want to lift a rock?
I want a place to crash when I'm on Earth.
That's up to Phaedra, I guess.
I mean, sure, why not?
All right, I'll deliver it to wherever my place that I'm crashing. I'm gonna be there for a week. I got some things to take care of. You got like things that make it so you like people won't know that I'm there, right? You do
Yes.
that, right? Cool. Yeah, that sounds like a sweet pad. We'll check this place out. Where is
So
it?
how?
Do you give him directions?
Yeah,
There's no
I assume Phaedra would
it's
tell him.
there.
I can't tell if I was talking over her or.
Yeah, no. I give him directions.
All right, cool.
Dude, you don't know how lucky you are that we're the ones who have your crash pad for you. I mean, I didn't have anything to do with making it, but it is amazing in terms of staying quiet.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just hope you're fine with Madison, Wisconsin as a place to hang out.
Oh, Madtown? Oh yeah, I hear that place is a fucking crazy place to go. Yeah. Oh man, that Karn. Oh, I can't wait to go meet up with those guys.
Oh, hey, yeah, and Halloween is coming up. I hear that. Or no, I know all about how crazy that gets.
Halloween, as well. Wait a minute.
It's
Really?
coming up in like 10 months.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, that was a
It's
month ago.
almost December.
Yeah, I got it backwards. Oh yeah, how do you get to? How do you get up there?
Oh,
Is there
I have a moon bridge that can bring me back to
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
one
right.
of the New York Karn, and from there I can probably get to Madison.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. You're not gonna have trouble carrying that thing.
He whistles and like 4 people jump out of the woods. He's like, I think I'll be fine.
I knew they were there the whole time. Yep, I did.
Well, they were just getting back to the settlement, so.
So, did we ask you what your name was?
Oh, you can just call me Brooklyn. I don't remember anymore. I just
Okay,
remember I'm from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, and I really don't give a fuck about my past life, and Earth sucks. But I have made some friends here that I need to go visit.
Cool, cool. On that note, I look over to Tycho and Malachi and I'm like, can we go home now?
Do you want to place bets on when we hit that button at the gate? It's going to work.
I think it'll probably work this time.
I think the only reason it's going to is because we tested it with the monkey first.
No, they wanted stuff here. If they didn't, we would have already been abandoned by now.
All right, yeah, let's make our way back to the place where the gate is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wave goodbye to Brooklyn. Tell them, see you at my apartment, I guess.
Probably later today. I don't know how long moon bridges take.
Yep. This was an unprecedented adventure.
You want
I
to
feel
grab some
like
local flora
no.
for your own purposes, not for not for your own purposes.
You know what? I'm not even in the mood anymore. You know, I was so excited to be here. Like I felt like we was going to a zoo/museum. And now I just feel like we got dumped at a garbage disposal in Brooklyn.
Well, after we walk for a while and are out of earshot of said Brooklyn, I casually remind you that you will have a werewolf you got his spit already, but he'll be sleeping there. Granted, you also don't want to anger a werewolf. But there might be opportunities, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets shot up and you patch him up, and then all of a sudden you got all this bloody gauze just kind of like laying around. Who knows what kind of wild shenanigans Brooklyn gets into.
Thank you, Malachi, for trying to.
Anyway, we'll stay here for as long as we're supposed to, and work on falsifying some reports. And
So my question is if you know that they're going to be coming, what kind of falsifications are you going to be doing that won't be like, obviously these guys are lying, we're here now and we're now, figuring it out, because you're supposed to be the advanced team, gives them all the information so they can bring the right team, and when they get there and find out they can do a lot more than what you guys are saying, or that your information is wrong, are you making any preparations for that, or are you just worrying about that when it hits you?
We explain we'll start off with the truth. There's organisms from like different timelines that are super hostile, and the only reason why we got away unscathed is because we were at the smallest edge of this moon stage. Gave us literally a day before everything went to hell. So by the time we get through the portal, everything's extremely hostile.
Yeah, we can falsify how short that window is.
Yeah.
I like the idea of telling them everything's going to be fine, and then somehow time it so they end up going during a full moon, because then they would come and be casual, and it's like, well, it was casual for us, but it would slow down. It would definitely. I mean, if they think it's super hostile and they still want to come, they're going to come loaded to bear.
But I don't want to lower our ranks within the either.
Yeah.
Be deemed incompetent, but don't be deemed a hinder.
Well, really, the only thing that we would be lying about is our understanding of how the moon is impacting the land.
Yeah. So I'd rather go off labeled stupid.
I feel like, do we just ignore we just pretend we didn't even see the werewolves? We described the land and everything, but we just didn't see them.
Yeah.
I mean, the chances that they had their camp there was pretty small.
There is no magical devices whatsoever, and guns don't work.
I actually have been wanting to try it, but I also don't want to make a really loud noise.
Yeah. No, we just tell them in the report, guns don't work, magic really doesn't work, or hyper science.
Yeah, electricity doesn't work. It's extremely challenging to do anything if you don't have electricity. Even low voltage stuff.
Yeah, and you can talk about if I guess you'd have to word it in some kind of weird way, but you could explain the effects of paradox,
which we did experience.
Okay. I did.
Yeah, and so we can you would include that in yours, and I would include watching it happen to you in mine.
Yeah, but just add, ham it up to the third degree. We made an accidental crater by just trying to
censor. We're trying
recognize
to use sensors
DNA.
Yeah. Yeah, so we keep it real close to original, dropping a bit of what their defenses are via werewolves and other were creatures. because we just didn't run into them, and then ham up the devastation that can come to your equipment if you try to use hypertech here. You're gonna blow so many goddamn fuses.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I like it.
All right. So yeah, you guys
You
go
don't like
back.
it?
I think Mike said he liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go back. We're getting to the end here, so I'm gonna make sure you guys all get your experience right now. So give you all 4 experience points. You guys get back. Brooklyn shows up with the portable node and drops it off for you. You can decide on how you're going to be catching the water that kind of sweats out of this node for your tasks if you want. Um, you're going to want to start tracking that. Um, and this I'm going to say that we're just going to have you guys kind of easily go through the process of kind of falsifying the documentation and stuff like that. I will have to say that you guys are bordering on um, easily getting caught because when you falsify certain things, like when they go there, they're going to be able to figure out that that's a complete lie, like the craters and stuff like that. But I think that you guys are fine.
I mean, they don't know how
They
far out
will.
we went when we did the crater.
Well, no, they're gonna know because when they do it, because they're still gonna do some magic and stuff like that. They're gonna double check everything to a certain degree, but they want to, they want to have that forward information that you guys are getting them as well, because they're gonna be spending a bunch of time in that realm.
True.
Um,
But like, I could
Prob-
botch.
It's probably tied to the moon phase that we weren't there long enough to recognize that there's a difference. So
yeah,
unfortunate.
I mean, there's things that you can. I mean, depending on how long things go, which is fine. I'm just be aware. You be careful with how much you know you don't want to get caught by the technocracy. um,
Yeah.
For lying on a report or for killing some guy?
well, lying on the report is bad. Killing some guy, you guys definitely don't want to. Murder is of a um, another technocrat is not good at all.
Yeah, I feel like we could have like congressional hearings talking about how we screwed up our reports, but we would not get a hearing if if they figure out that we're responsible for the death of one of them.
Especially one of the syndicate. That one we're gonna have to take some time on.
Yeah, it's going to be honestly, I don't even want to start investigating him because I'm afraid just by, trying to figure out
Yeah,
where
that
he's
was the whole
staying.
reason why we didn't research him last time.
Yeah, we
So
just
he
kind of
blows.
well, maybe it's a good thing because apparently he's working with the technocracy, and so he can be at work, do normal things, and then maybe we can kind of hear what's being said at the water cooler and shit, and see if
No, we're gonna have to go outside the box. Maybe talk with a group, maybe Moxie and the other.
it's possible that that
Other people.
Brooklyn might be an asset here if he decides that he's bored but is interested in sticking around for a bit. We could potentially give him some recon missions that will be at least not, they're not being perpetrated by technocracy.
Or he seems very murder happy. Maybe he can help us with this.
Um, yeah, yeah. There's some opportunities there that
Yeah.
and the thing that I'm actually the most excited about, a node We're no longer. It's like getting healthcare that doesn't go through your employer. We're no longer tied to our employer for our tasks.
Yeah. Well, you think I was very excited about having it in my apartment?
I was gonna like.
I don't ever have to go back to Technogate. All I need now.
Now you just
I
need
need
your
a
own
bigger
portal
apartment.
to the
Yes.
other dimensions.
Tycho, get on it. Get that ray
Oh.
gun that you got and make a portal thing so you can just shoot a portal into like Rick from Rick and Morty. We just shoot a portal into the wall. We can just go to any of the places. We'll start our own Technograte with hookers and blackjack.
Hey, just remember that my device, my dad's gun belt, is a 4-dot wonder, and there's a bunch of stuff on it that I don't understand yet.
Am I feeling a correspondence? Is that 3? Spirit 3? Will that get you across the plains, or you got to go higher?
You might
I
have
think
to
it's
go
fine.
4, but yeah, it'd be between 3 and 4. Portal gun, I
Okay,
feel like would be
peeps.
a 4. But yeah,
It
awesome.
is 10:10.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and wrap this on up here. So um, we will continue next week, and I'm going to say that they're going to give you um, Christmas off. So basically, when we start on the 28th of December, from here to December, or so where it is your character's time right now, which is like just before the beginning of December right now, is where you guys are. And to catch you guys up character-wise, you guys will have basically. I'm going to give you a month downtime. So when we reconvene on the 28th, your characters, it'll be the day of the 28th in Technogate, 1998, December 28th, or whatever the Monday is of that time period.
So we'll have a month to plan a murder of a
Yep.
person.
And
Also, can I use that downtime to like do some research on vampire blood? Like
absolutely.
I'll write a page for you.
Yep. So yeah, kind of think of some stuff that you kind of want to do, and the when you guys return also to Technogate, the investigator has arrived. He is Syndicate, and he is setting up his base in Technogate.
So he's got an office. They're giving him an office
They're giving
someplace.
him an office. Yep. He seems to have close relations with Senator Johnson, and the first month of his investigation is basically kind of him getting kind of set up and creating a cover story first. And that first month is, interestingly enough, he might be doing investigation that you don't know about, but he doesn't seem to be questioning anybody at the base or thinking that you know suspicious about you guys or anything, and in fact seems to be building some kind of weird cover story and has built some kind of weird kind of cover story and is using it to go after somebody else in Madison and is not coming after you guys and is basically pinning this on somebody else. Um, and at the end of the month, you can do research. You know, we'll talk in next game more about what kind of happens during that month and what you guys want to do during that downtime. But kind of get your gears rolling that he's doing an investigation and it's not on you, and it seems to be completely dependent on somebody else. But it's possible that he's also investigating you without you knowing.
Well, he's a
Yeah.
professional, so it's hard to say how good he actually is. Yeah. All right.
Well, we can figure it out next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Bye,
Well,
peeps and peepettes.
this is Frozen Fallout signing off.
This is Motorori signing off.
It's
And
just Mel saying bye.
and I am also saying goodbye.
All right. Have a good one.